Hey, Benji. Check, 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 check. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Benji. Am I doing, am I plugging in? Am I plugging guitar in? Intimate crowd. Feel free to take your shoes off. Yeah. Take your shoes off your unholy ground. The, the burning flowers. Yes. Get my Gale mic going. Checkity check. Papa, can you hear me? Little Yento. That. Oh, figures. Here. Oh, you get all. It's like a Radio Shack in this drawer.
I know. There's a lot going on up here. Well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Well, we get started. Let me see if we're streaming. Hopefully we are. All right.
Okay. It's not cooperating, so feel free to sing off key tonight.
What's that? Your guitar? Oh, your...
yeah, the air conditioning's making me...
That's fair. We have any volunteers for candle lighting before we begin? We've solved for the... Yes, thank you, Betty. Oh, I thought Betty... All right, Frida will get you next time. We solved for the air conditioning problem. Yes. Yes, it makes a big difference. And are you good with lighter, or do you want matches? All right. Okay, fair enough. We'll leave lighter out there, and if we need to move to matches, we always can. All right, Talik. Shabbat Shalom. Why don't we get it started here? We're going to join in singing Hine Ma Tovu Manaim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. How good it is that we can dwell together. Let's join together.
Hine Ma Tovu Manaim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Ma Tovu Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Ma Tov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Ma Tov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Ma Tovu Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Ma Tovu Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Ma Tov, Hine Ma Tov. Ya la 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 la. Yadadai, Hine matovu manayim, Shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim, Shevet achim gam yachad.
Why don't we join together in singing? Mark, I'm thinking that maybe let's just Shalom Aleichem and then we'll come back and do candles after that if you're okay with that.
Sounds good.
All right, we're gonna join in Shalom Aleichem. So actually, this is the idea we were talking about just a few moments ago, that there's this beautiful mystical idea that on Shabbat that there is an extra soul that joins us. And that we have to welcome the soul, because that's what we have to do to be kind people. So we welcome the soul in singing Shalom Aleichem. We welcome these ministering angels. We say Boachem l'shalom while you're here. Bless us with peace. We say come in peace. Bless us with peace. And then at the end, traditionally we say Tzeitchem l'shalom, which means depart in peace. See you later. Don't overstay your welcome. But in another version of this that we do at Shabbat Shuvah especially, we have Shuvchem l'shalom. And the idea is that we are asking these ministering angels, these second spirits, to come back and join us again, to remember to come back. And we have that idea of return this year, this time of year, this idea of teshuvah, of turning back to that version of ourselves, turning back to God, turning back to pretty much all the good that gets hidden underneath all of the layers throughout the course of the year. So why don't we join together singing Shalom Aleichem? We'll switch that last verse. It's in here, Shuvchem l'shalom. But we'll welcome these ministering angels, welcome our second soul, so we know no reason to be lonely on Shabbat.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu.
Barchuni l'shalom,
Barchuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu.
Shuvchem l'shalom,
Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu.
We're going to invite Betty to join us right beneath the bima for these lovely blessings on our candles. Let's see if I have a microphone I can bring to you here. Okay, that's fair. I'll just hold this behind you. Oh, it doesn't work anyway. Oh, there it goes. Just for the people who are online. I'll hold it. I'll be your mic stand. Yeah, you gotta go back to the top and then put the thing. There you go. There we go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlek ner Shabbat.
Let's read this reading together here on the screen. The first mitzvah in the Torah is let there be light. So are we commanded. In everything you do, be a menorah, a bringer of light. Live with honor, act with integrity, do your work with passion, and the radiance of your deeds will live after you. May our ideals burn bright, forever unextinguished, and may we live our lives like the flames we kindle, always stretching upward, striving for the good, reaching for you. We're going to join together in singing Lecha Dodi, but before we do that, why don't we take a few moments to take a deep breath. We're all maybe in varying states of calm at the moment, but the idea is on Shabbat that we can find a little bit more calm, a little bit more peace, a little bit more shalom on this Shabbat of Shalom. Let's take a moment to do that. I'm even going to lower the lights a bit, see if we can focus on the light of the candles. Maybe I'll lower the lights a bit. Close your eyes. That works. Oh, man. Lecha Dodi. Let's join together in singing.
Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nikabla, Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nikabla.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach.
Rather than giving a sermon tonight, I thought you get enough of that. I thought maybe we could share some stories throughout the course of the service, all that have the theme of either teshuvah, or granting or asking for forgiveness, or this idea that we turn to this time of year of trying to make ourselves into the people we aspire to be. So many years ago, there was a Detroit Tigers pitcher named Armando Galarraga, who was 1 out away from pitching a perfect game. A once-in-a-lifetime moment for him. No hits, no walks, no errors, just 26 batters out in a row and 1 more to go. The crowd stood. The pitch came. A batter hit a weak grounder fielded by the first baseman, and the crowd erupted. It would be a routine play for the final out. Galarraga ran to cover first. The first baseman threw him the ball. The runner was beaten easily. Game over, perfect game. Galarraga begins raising his arms in triumph. And then first base umpire Jim Joyce called the runner safe. The stadium erupted in disbelief. Players screamed, the Tigers manager stormed the field, and Galarraga, his arms still half raised, just kind of stood there, stunned, shocked, smiling but heartbroken. The game ended on the next play. Not a perfect game, not a line in the record books. But what happened next was extraordinary. Jim Joyce, this 22-year veteran umpire, went to the locker room and watched the replay, and his heart sank. He had gotten it wrong. In a breaking voice at a press conference, this was, by the way, in 2011. You can still see the video from this on YouTube. In a breaking voice in a press conference, he said, "I just cost that kid a perfect game. I thought he beat the throw, but I saw the replay. This was a history call, and I blew it." It was a full-throated vidui confession. Public, vulnerable, real, and then came something even more remarkable. Galarraga was told that Joyce was devastated, and his response? Tell him, no problem. And then, actually, I should tell him myself. So he walked to Joyce's locker room, looked him in the eye, and hugged him. Galarraga later said, he probably feels worse than I do. Nobody's perfect, he apologized. Nobody's perfect. He apologized, so what am I going to do? His eyes were watering. His body said it all. This is what teshuvah looks like. Not perfection, not erasure, but honesty, vulnerability, forgiveness. It's not about undoing the mistake. It's about what we do afterward. So we're going to join together in offering thanks here on page 9, and then we'll turn to the Baruch Hu after that. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites... We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites us in faith and hope. For Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living. For Shabbat memories glowing even in darkness. For Shabbat peace born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God. We will invite you, if you are able, to please rise for the Baruch Hu.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yada la la la, 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 yada la la la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed, Le'olam va'ed. Yadonai lai lai, 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 Yadonai lai lai.
Let's be seated for a few moments. On page 30, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma poteach she'arim, uvitvuna mishane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono. You are the creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. And let's join together in the Hebrew here. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, amcha ahavta. Torah umitzvot, chukim umishpatim, otanu lamadata. Al kain Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbeinu, uvkumenu na'asiach bechukecha. B'divrei Toratcha umitzvotecha leolam va'ed, ki hem hayinu v'orech yamenu, uvachem negei yomam v'layla, v'havatecha al tasir mimenu leolamim, Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Amen. And if you are able to rise, we'll invite you once again to join in Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Adonai Echad Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadavarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha uv'shartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu latotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lahem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem. So I've got another story for you, and this is called 1,000 Marbles. There's a story about a man who realized late one Saturday morning that he was wasting too many of his days. He was sitting in his workshop when a thought struck him. If the average person lives to be 75 years old, it seems a little low to me, but that was his thought, how many Saturdays do I actually get in my lifetime? So he did the math. 75 years times 52 Saturdays a year came to 3,900 Shabbats. He then calculated how many he had already lived. He was in his mid-50s, so that meant he had used up more than 2,800 of them. He figured that he had maybe 1,000 or so left. The next weekend, he went to a toy store and bought a large clear jar and a bag of 1,000 marbles. He filled the jar, set it on a shelf in his garage, and each Saturday morning, he would take one marble out and throw it away. Week by week, marble by marble, the jar slowly emptied, and as it did, something changed in him. Every Saturday became more precious. He found himself saying yes when his kids asked him to play ball, yes to walks with his wife, yes to things he might once have put off for later, because he knew later was not infinite. The jar reminded him. Years later, he reached his 75th birthday, took out the last marble, and thought to himself, from now on, every Saturday is a gift. He ended up, according to this article, he ended up living a lot longer than that, so he had a lot of gifts, but regardless, I think it's a beautiful idea. We don't usually think about Shabbat this way. It comes around each week like clockwork, but Shabbat Shuvah, in the middle of these Yamim Noraim, in the middle of these days of awe, is here to remind us that time is not endless. The season of Teshuvah is our chance to decide, what will we do with our remaining marbles? Will we use them for resentment and busyness, or will we use them for love and joy and the things that matter most? Something for us to think about as we join together in singing Mi Chamocha, who is like you, O God, who helps miracles form all around us.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora te'ilot, osef eleh. Nora te'ilot, osef eleh. Adonai.
turn to Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'Chaim. God, may you spread over us a shelter of peace, of wisdom, of goodness, and may we always together protect each other. May we walk with good companions and rise up waiting to do your will, O God. Let's walk together through this prayer. Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom Hamidenu Shomreinu L'Chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom Hamidenu Shomreinu L'Chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom. Hamidenu Shomreinu L'Chaim. L'Chaim.
There's a story about a teacher who gave her class an unusual assignment. She asked every student to take a sheet of paper and write down the names of all of their classmates, leaving space next to each of them. And she told them, next to every name, write the kindest thing you can think of about that person. It took a while, but by the end of class, each student had written something positive about every one of their peers. The teacher collected the papers, went home, and over the weekend compiled a separate list for each child, listing all the kind things that their classmates said about them. On Monday, she handed them back. As the children read their lists, she saw smiles and tears in their eyes. "I never knew I mattered to anyone," one boy said softly. Another whispered, "I didn't think I had any friends." Years passed. The students grew up, graduated, and scattered. One day, the teacher received news. One of those students had been killed while serving in the military. At his funeral, she saw many of her former students gathered. After the service, his parents came to her and said, "We want to show you something." They pulled out a worn piece of paper from his wallet. It was that list that was creased, taped, and carried with him over all of those years. Soon, other classmates chimed in. "Oh, I still have my list at home," one woman said. "I keep mine in a desk drawer." "Mine is in my wedding album," said another. "Mine is tucked away in my diary." All those years, and a simple list of affirmations had given them strength. During these days of awe, we spend a lot of time confessing our faults, rehearsing our mistakes, but maybe we should also remember the power of affirming the good in each other, in ourselves. Teshuvah is not only about noticing where we've fallen short, it's also recognizing where we shine and acknowledging that as well. So perhaps during these next few days until Yom Kippur, we can focus not only on where we want to improve, because God knows there's a lot of room for all of us to improve, but perhaps we can also celebrate where we actually hit the mark this year instead of missing the mark. We're going to, if you're able to rise, we're going to please rise and turn to the Amidah, which you can find on page 46, or up here on the screen.
Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Yadadai, 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 yadadai,
If you are using your book, you'll see that this is the one time a year where we get to say the real small letters that are in the middle of the page for Shabbat Shuvah. So it's your time to shine, prayer book people. Otherwise, we've got the words on the screen also. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imaot, U'Mevi Gula Livnei B'neihem, L'Ma'an Shmo Be'ahava, Zochreinu L'chaim, Melech Hafetz B'Chaim, V'Chotevenu B'Sefer HaChaim, L'Ma'an HaElohim Hayim, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atah Rav L'Hoshia, Mechalkel Chaim B'Chesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim. Now they go down. Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishene Afar, Micha Mocha Afar Rot, Umido Melach, Melech Memin, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, Micha Mocha Av Harachamim, Zocher Yitzurav L'chaim Berachamim, V'ne'eman Atah L'chayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol. Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, U'Kedoshim B'chol Yom Yehalalu Chasalam, Baruch Atah Adonai, HaMelech HaKadosh. Amen. You may be seated. We will invite you to continue silently using the words either in your prayer book on page 54 through 60, or whatever words are in your heart.
yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom shalom bimromav uyaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Uyaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael amen. Oseh shalom shalom bimromav uyaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Ve'al kol Yisrael amen.
And one final story for you. During the Second World War, Viktor Frankl, Austrian Jewish psychiatrist, was deported to Auschwitz. He lost his wife, his parents, nearly everything he loved. He was stripped of his home, his work, his freedom. But in his memoir, Man's Search for Meaning, Frankl describes something extraordinary. He noticed that even in the camps, people still had choices. Some would hoard their bread, others would share that last piece with a fellow prisoner. Some became bitter and cruel, others gentle and kind. Out of this, Frankl wrote one of the most powerful lines of the 20th century. Everything can be taken from a person, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. To choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. He told the story to a fellow prisoner who whispered the words of encouragement to others, or of other men who trudged through the snow to comfort someone else, even though they themselves were starving. In a world where they had control over almost nothing, they still had the freedom to decide how to respond. Frankl survived the camps and went on to dedicate his life to teaching this idea. One of the deepest dignities that can come in this world is not from what happens to us, but from how we respond to it. On this Shabbat Shuvah, as we approach Yom Kippur, we remember that we too don't control everything, not illness, not grief, not all the twists of our lives. But like Viktor Frankl and those who inspired him, how we respond, we do control. Teshuvah is the chance to choose differently, to choose more wisely, to choose with compassion, and to continue to work to make this world a better place, even when the odds are against us. We're going to join together with that hope in the air around us, turning to the Misha Berach Lecholim, the prayer for those who are in need of healing. We have a number of people who are on our list for healing this evening. And if you have a name of somebody that you'd like to add to the healing list, I'll invite you to do that in just a moment. This Shabbat, we are thinking of healing for Zaini Abdullahi, Rabbi Jonathan Adler, Jonathan Egan, Susan Bader, Barbara Belford, Margie Block, Ron Bragg, Lindsay Brilson, Marge Serrani, Keith Clark, Bruce Cohn, Stephen Cohn, Ella Dubrow, Sam Edelman, Carrie Eschler, Marilyn Friedman, Alan Goldberg, Tina Goodman, John Golden, Lev Heschel Ben Batamiva Yaakov, Daphna Halevi, Debbie Hildebrand, Richard Holtzinger, Beth Jasalowitz, Dan Lang, Aidan Levy, Mary Luckton, Kathy Matthews, Mary McDonough, Minna Melton, Nechama Michaela, Bat Shena Chaba V'chunan Gedalia, Brian Mason, Phyllis Miles, Naomi Miller, Sarah Morris, Frank Murdaco, David Paragas, Lisa Pena, Jeremy Phelan, Ian Phillips, Rashi Prstowski, Jessica Rathkoff, Joe Reif, Aidan Riggle, Willa Rorbo, Emma Rose, Ross Rosenberg, Maya Rossio, Paul Roth, June Sahara, Ralph Sauer. Thinking of Don Schneer, Jordan Schneer, Randy Schultz, Yafa Schnitzer, Eliza Sinkinson, Andy Storer, Rachel Vieira, and Jerry Young. I ask, are there other names of folks who are in need of healing? When we start over here, yeah. Any other healing names? I don't see any online. On their behalf and on behalf of all of those who need the extra prayer on this Shabbat, we join together in singing Misha Berach, page 253, Misha Berach.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBrecha Laimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Bishe Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBrecha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirits, and let us say Amen. And let us say Amen.
If you are able to rise, we'll invite you to do so as we turn to Aleinu on page 282 or up here on the screen. Aleinu l'shabeach Adon hakol, latet gedula leotzer b'reishit, shelo asanu kagayeh ha'aratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam helkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'achnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad, ushemo echad. We turn now to our memorial section of our service. We are recalling loved ones whom death has recently taken from us. We are lovingly remembering Rita Sella, for whom we are in Shloshim. And we remember those who died at this season in years past, and we take them into our hearts with our own. On this Shabbat, we are lovingly remembering Sidel Cooper, Sidney Creve, Stanley M. Fischel, Sam Friedman, Abraham Cantor, Ida Katz, Sigmund Oppenheimer, Sanford Robb, Mac Robbins, Ada Roth, Mildred Roth, David Russell, Beatrice Sachs, Maureen Sanford, Judy Stein, Ruth Tannenbaum, Peter Taub, and Toby Wilson. Ask, are there other names of folks who we are remembering this Shabbat? And on their behalf and on behalf of all those who have known to say Kaddish for them, we turn to page 294 or the screen up here and join in our Kaddish prayer. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yamechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'v'zman kariv imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'olam u'lamei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudasham b'richu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata taviran me'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim alenu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav hu ya'aseh shalom alenu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May God, who sends peace to the high heavens, find peace among us and within each of us, and together we say amen. You may be seated. I see Becca coming out of the cave with some announcements.
Very exciting stuff.
So exciting. All right.
Shabbat Shalom. And Happy New Year. Next up on our high holiday schedule is Yom Kippur, everyone's favorite. Please join us for family or traditional Kol Nidre services on Wednesday evening and for our full day of services and programs on Thursday. The fall holidays will continue with Sukkot and Simchat Torah through mid-October. First, we'll gather in your backyard on the 12th at 5 p.m. for our annual TBS Sukkot party, and then we'll wrap up this season with our lively Simchat Torah service on Tuesday the 14th at 6 p.m. Then we'll come back here one more time for Sukkot Yizkor at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, October 15th. Last, we are currently collecting items for our annual High Holidays donation drive. Please grab a bag and a list of Healthy New Albany and the Columbus Diaper Bank's most needed items on your way out, and you can bring those items back anytime through the remainder of the month and probably early November as well. And as always, visit ShulCloud, check your latest weekly window, or speak to our staff to learn more and to register for all of our programs. Join us for Oneg on the mezzanine after services. Shabbat Shalom. Sorry, that was a lot. A lot of things.
Shalom. That was a lot of things. Just to mention, we have Professor David Lynn sitting here. He's going to be leading us at 2:30 on Yom Kippur afternoon. He'll be leading a short story discussion on, tell me the name of the story again. The Conversion of the Jews. It's a very fun story. The name doesn't sound like it, but it's a very fun story. And check your weekly window if you want to read the story ahead of time. And it's only a half an hour blocked off. I know it's not a lot of time. You can bleed over into, if you need to, into the next thing, which is Don Sylvan. But it's at least a chance to get together and have an informal discussion on an otherwise pretty formal day. So that'll be really nice. Anything you want to add to that? Yes, Philip Roth is the best. That'll be great. All right. Well, why don't we do, looks like we have in the slides Lechi Lach or Ojavo. Which one do you want to do, Mark?
Ojavo.
Ojavo, okay. So Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. May there be a time when there is peace in this world. When there is enough empathy that we can all find each other striving towards good. Let's join together. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu.
Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'akulam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'akulam. Salam Aleinu ve'akol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam. Aleinu ve'akol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'akulam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'akulam. Salam Aleinu ve'akol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam. Odiavo Shalom Aleinu. Odiavo Shalom Aleinu. Odiavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'akulam.
Well, Shabbat Shalom. Let's do a quick Kiddush and Motzi. Anybody want to be the wine connoisseur? Mogan David, I think it's even a step maybe below Manischewitz. I'm not sure if that's a thing. All right. Perfect. Thank you, sir. We'll join together.
Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Right. And is this the same challah I forgot to cut at Rosh Hashanah? I'm not sure. It feels soft enough, so hopefully not. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Join us in the mezzanine for some snacks.